Home is where the heart is. Home is whatever you make of it. Home is the nicest word there is.
Home wasn't built in a day.
Home. For all you watching this, you might be thinking, I've spent far too much time in my home this year, and I get it. You're probably tired of it. Now, here's the crazy part. For the entirety of 2020, I didn't have a home. Sort of.
You're leaving tomorrow? Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
So for me, home has been a rented house or apartment in the middle of a foreign country surrounded by people who don't speak my language. I'm sure it sounds exciting to some of you, but it often wasn't the most comfortable thing a lot of the time. There I could want nothing more than a familiar bed in a home I recognized. This is a video in part about how to turn anywhere into your home and what to do when you leave something behind. And just a side note on this, I'm going to cover this more detail in a future video. If you're like, oh, why are you doing it? What are you doing? You know, like, just don't worry about that right now. Just watch this video, okay? All right. First, let's rewind. Oops, too far back. Okay, perfect. It's 1989 and I'm born in Westchester, New York, in this house. For most of my adult life, I grew up there. I ran around like a manic child, slamming my head into everything that was eye level and generally acted like a kid with massive ADHD. Westchester was my home, until it wasn't. I moved to Denver at the end of 2014, and then at the beginning of 2020, I left the US entirely. I'm moving. Recently, while abroad, my parents sold my childhood home. I remember not even registering it when they mentioned they'd sold it. After all, I hadn't lived in it for the last 5 or so years, but it was still a real kick in the gut. So here I am, back in Istanbul, my home for now. After a few uncomfortable months, several moments of complete and utter despair, and a few awkward encounters with locals, I'd be calling Istanbul my new home. In that time, I met tons of amazing people, had a lot of insane adventures, and made where I was my home. And it only took about 6 months, which, let's be honest, if you're soul-crushingly depressed, anxious, and tired, that might as well be several lifetimes. 3 months is just enough time to really get your feet under you, meet a few people in a new country, and learn just enough of the language to actually order some things. And yet, I feel more at home here than I felt anywhere else in the world. Home is where you make it. If you're watching this, you're probably tired of the endless Zoom calls and conversations you've had with strangers. You're tired of feeling trapped. You're tired of feeling like a fish in a fishbowl, but you're probably not tired of having a home. Still, I think a lot of what pushes people to reconsider long-term travel is often not the financial aspect of it, but rather, what about our home? Can we really leave this behind? And will life ever be the same again? I'm here to tell you that the answer is, of course not. Uprooting yourself and moving anywhere away from home will always be one of the most stressful and painful moments in your entire life. This is science. We humans love to have a home. But I can assure you that if you put in the work to try and make wherever it is you go your new home, then it will be one of the most impactful decisions you'll ever make in your entire life. And here's how to do it. Make friends, learn about the culture, and lean into uncomfortable things. That's it. As for me, I was planning on living in Turkey for forever. It's comfortable. I have a bunch of friends here. Life in Turkey is perfect, just like it was in Denver. And so, naturally, time to blow it up again. For the next few months, I'm not exactly sure what I'll be doing, but I know that my new home won't be in Istanbul, or in Denver, or back in Westchester. And as I embark upon this new chapter, the one question that continues to surface time and again is, am I ready? Am I ready to move? Am I ready to uproot my entire life? No, of course not. But the road is calling me, and as I return back to a relatively normal life back in the US, I plan to spend some time with some of my favorite mentors, people who have inspired me to pursue the sort of creative work that I've been pursuing over the last few years. Maybe even helping a few of them launch their own dreams too in that process. And of course, I'll be documenting that entire process and posting it here on my channel. So make sure you're subscribed here, and I'll see you in the next video, wherever that may be.